Welcome to Projects. If you are new here, my name is Tori. I'm 26 years old and I live in LA, and I have a bad tendency of half starting projects and not finishing them. So I didn't explain very well in the beginning of this video, so this is future editing me, literally at my computer editing this video, to tell you that the goal of this video was to do as many projects as I could with supplies I already had and not spending any additional money. Because sometimes the cop-out and easy way is just go to Home Depot and buy something, when I have a whole entire closet that you'll see later full of materials and supplies of things that I actually need to finish. And also at one point I realized I was not going to get done as much as I wanted to, so there's definitely going to be multiple parts. So let's see how much I can get done in this video, and stay tuned for more updates. There definitely will be some, so feel free to hit that like and subscribe button down below. I post a new video every single Wednesday. I need to walk around my apartment and figure out what projects I am doing, because I have piles of things that have not gone back up since I moved back into my apartment. Like, there is a ton of artwork that has not gone back on the walls that I just covered with this. And this is one of those like patio divider things, but we're not allowed to put them on our balcony, and I didn't end up returning it, so now it just covers the junk that is behind there. And then also this piece right here, which is why I started, is I don't need this anymore. I used to have 3 roommates and we'd separate the mail out like that, but I think it can be replaced with something else because I don't use it for mail anymore. It just goes on the table because there's only one other person. And then I have other things I want to do, like the storage bench right here definitely needs to be adhered better to the base, and I want to put like some more decorative elements on it. These cushions have not been hung back up on the wall. I had a whole grass wall on this wall right here. If I remember, I'll insert a photo or video right here of what it looked like. And I think it looks super cute. And then this grass wall above here was also something I put in actually not that long ago. So this did not come with the unit. I put it in. But the thing is, it did make the space look a little bit dark. So I don't think I'm gonna put a greenery wall back on this whole entire wall, but maybe some elements like mixed in with the bar or something. And then also the bar used to have a storage cabinet right below those shelves, but when I came back after renovations, they did not put that storage back. And even the shelves, I took them with me because I knew they weren't gonna put those back. So I got to keep my shelves because I literally took them off and moved with them and then put them back up again. This bad boy right here, it needs to be thrown out because it actually got recalled. They say it's not safe to light these things. The liquid that's inside of it, it can cause it to like spark and catch things on fire or hurt people. So I really need to just throw this out, but it's sad because I kind of like using it, but I can tell that it actually is kind of unsafe, so I will be getting rid of that. I just have to throw that away first. And then over into the living room space, it's not really decorated that well. It doesn't really get used that much. My grandpa actually made this lamp right here. It looks really cool. There's like another spinning detail on the inside. I don't know how to describe it. Realistically, I just have a ton of random small projects, some more exciting than others. Plenty of them are epically boring and don't give me the dopamine needed to actually accomplish the goal. But I want to focus this weekend on things that I can do without spending any more money, without going to Home Depot and buying more stuff for projects. I'm going to try to do as many projects as I can right now with the supplies I already have, because I have tons of artwork to hang up. I have clocks. I have a whole entire closet, which I don't know if I want to show you this. I don't know if I want to admit this on the internet. I am using half of the hall closet to hold all the crap that used to be part of other projects that are now taken down. Need to get rid of my leaves. There goes the wheel. Thank you. On this side of the closet is all the stuff that used to be projects. I might even have to go to the white lens. I am. Okay, so this project, a bunch of stuff that used to be shelves in different places, like my closet in the kitchen. This was all stuff that used to be shelves. This is all of the turf that used to be hung up in different places in the apartment. I used to have a brick wall in my bedroom, which I don't think I'm gonna put the brick wall back up, but it's kind of expensive, so I kind of want to use it in other smaller elements, just not one big giant wall, because again, it makes the room look too dark. So I may do like elements, like, you know, like a post of brick right here or something. Not here, but just like, you know, something small, just add a little bit of detail. I'll definitely put some of that brick back. Some random other stuff is like art that used to be hung up, stuff from different projects. Some stuff's leftover material, and some stuff that actually used to be part of a project that I never put back when I moved back in. So we'll see about that. Same thing with the stuff up here. This is all shelves that used to be up. This stuff is extra material. This used to be shelves that were up. That was all shelves that were up. This is a table I want to build for the outdoor balcony area. So we'll see how much we can get done this weekend. This is definitely going to be a hard one for me in many ways. We are going to try our best. Ooh, the one project I do want to do in this bar corner right here is I do have a shelf that I want to put right across here. And at some point I do want a cabinet below it, but realistically having the shelf alone would be nice. It's just, I have all this crap behind here that is taller than the shelf would be. So I would need to find space for all this crap that is too tall, because ideally I want the shelf the same height as the bar counter. Ignore the dirty bar counter, but it would be about here. And so at least 3 pieces would need a new home temporarily until they get hung up at some point, but it does fit nearly perfect in this space. It's actually leftover material from my bed frame, which I will show you another place that I used it in. Let me just turn off all these lights. In my bathroom, which is currently mid coming back from a project, so I have extra cat food and water in her litter box and just picked up crap. Doesn't normally look like this, so give me some credit. I just came back from a trip, but this little console right here, which is those IKEA shoe cabinets that I use for storage, also thin and skinny, so there's still plenty of walking room. But point is, I put this piece of wood on top of it. I haven't even attached all the pieces. If I'm gonna be honest, none of this is attached. These aren't attached to each other. These aren't attached to the wood. They're not attached to the wall. It could easily fall over, but so far it's done a good job, so I've been lazy and I haven't actually attached anything. Maybe we'll do that this weekend. But either way, the point of what I want to tell you is this piece of wood right here was actually part of a bed frame, and I cut it down to the length of this piece right here, and I think it looks really good and pulls it together, so it's not just those black shoe cubes. It has a top to it, looks like a pretty console table. I hung some art, got the decorations. Normally it looks a little bit better, but either way, that wood, I have some more of it. I didn't keep all the pieces of my bed frame, but I kept the long sides because I thought they would make great counters, and they have. It looks really good right here. I have one more of these pieces that I want to put in the bar space. So we'd have to cut it down, which means taking out the saw this weekend. Not fully sure, TBD. But that gives you an idea on the things I want to do. We just can't do it tonight because it is 7, 8 o'clock at night. And currently I'm waiting for my car battery to recharge because I came back from my trip and she was dead. So not today, but I wanted to give a general look of what I wanted to do. Maybe start to form a list. Not sure if this will be a part of any of the projects we're going to be doing this weekend, but a neighbor threw it away. A long piece of, I'm guessing, particle board. Particle board or MDF, but it is a very long board that is definitely going to get used for some project at some point. Don't know if it'll be this weekend, but again, I had to take it from the trash because that stuff is not cheap and it adds up and I need more material. So let's add it to the giant collection of material I haven't used yet. Don't judge me. Wildlands. Perfect. I cleared out this area and the bar counter is going to go right underneath here. It is basically the exact same height as over here, maybe like a slight hair difference. I honestly thought I was going to have to maybe shorten these rods to be able to put the counter at the height I wanted, but it should be just right going right underneath here, which makes sense because there used to be a cabinet underneath these shelves, but I couldn't remember how tall it was, so I wasn't sure if I was going to have to do extra work. I can mount it right underneath here, and I also realized most of those pieces that were too tall, I could literally turn them sideways and put them up against here until I find a home for them, because I'm not going to build the cabinet today, just the counter. Well, I'm not even doing the counter today, I'm doing it tomorrow, but I'm definitely not doing the cabinet this weekend. That is gonna be too much work. It is time to clear off my work table, aka my coffee table, so I can cut some wood. Gotta put up some plastic, make sure I contain all the dust. But for now, we gotta move all the stuff off of here. And yes, I think the easiest way to work in my apartment and make it a workshop is to use my existing coffee table to clamp the wood to and then cut it. I just have to find ways of containing the dust best I can. And I did buy a full face mask now. Where did I put it? I had a half one, the one that just helps so you don't breathe in the particles, but then the particles can still get on the rest of your face. And I have sensitive skin, so I bought a full faced one. I think I put it in the bathroom. But here is the full face one, so I'm not breathing in the particles, and I'm also covering my face so it's not getting on my eyes. I do wonder though if I need to wear my safety goggles underneath this, because I don't think it's safety glass, and I didn't think about that when I bought it, so probably still gonna wear my goggles. But either way, protecting the lungs. I'm only doing a quick cut, so it's not like it's that big of a deal, but I just want to be extra safe because when my building went through renovations, we got exposed to a lot of different particles and stuff like that, so I don't want to add to that. And even before renovations, when I was doing projects, I was so good at protecting myself, and that's why I hate that my building didn't protect me very well and exposed me to stuff that I shouldn't have been. But either way, that aside, we're gonna get back to the projects.
I look like a crazy person, but we are ready. We got our eye protection on underneath in case a blade broke through and went through this. And it's all sealed on the sides, and we're breathing through respirators. This is just for the particles of the wood. I have an actual, whatchamacallit, like mask for when I do paint, and it's like a much more intense filter than these are. Here is the wood before, marked where all my cuts are going to be. I have my clamps in here. I have my tool stuff kind of randomly placed. Like I have my stuff I use more often. I have some stuff underneath the bed. I have some stuff in the closet over there, and we need to go get the tool from there. But first, we got the clamps. Sorry if my voice sounds so weird right now. There we go. In here, this whole bottom area is all tool stuff. And this roll out bad boy right here, I love that it's on wheels, makes it so much easier. This has a good amount of my tool stuff and my clothing for doing projects. Well, underneath here is this bad boy right here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Before and here's the after. And here's the hoping it fits in the bar like it should. It should fit right in this spot right here, if I measured right. Oh, it's a hair bit short. Oh, I forgot. I actually made it a hair bit short because I needed to fit behind the trim. And to do that, you kind of have to angle the board. I only had so much room, so I had to make it a teeny bit shorter to make it sure that I could get it flat again. And I think it'll look fine. Whew. We gotta make some more cuts though for all the support pieces.
The bar supports are done. They are not perfect, but again, I was using scrap wood, no budget project, so the frames are all put in place. I had the bar sitting there before, making sure everything was lined up perfectly to go right underneath these supports for the shelves. And it fit perfectly, worked all good. So I'm gonna wait. I put a little bit of paint just to touch up some spots. It doesn't need to look perfect because again, it's gonna be under the counter, but I did want it to generally look okay. Now we are starting, and I would love to start with the fun and exciting things, but the reality is my bathroom looks like that in the corner, and we have to deal with that before we can start the projects. And I think I wanna start with my towel rack. I think that's gonna be a quick, simple one. I would like to think so, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit longer than I think it's going to be. But to do that, I need to clean up Astro's poo-poos from when I was gone. It needs to be done anyway. And it also needs to get out of my gosh darn bathroom because I do not want Astro's litter box in my bathroom. There's not even room for it in my bathroom. It just lives in my shower when I go on vacation. Now I just need to find the hooks that I think will work to hold my towel, that it will fit better in that space instead of a long rod. I just have to see if they will actually do the job and find out where I put them from the last time they're hung up for a different project. I'm gonna say these are the pieces, but I'm not fully sure how these attach to the wall. Got some rods, got some joints that they go together, but I'm not sure the piece that attaches to the wall. Because clearly these do not. Do you got any ideas? I have a feeling I need a bag with some other part that attaches to the wall. I believe some of these are like 2-prong hooks and some of them are single prong, or I just use them that way because they're all the like, whatchamacallit. They all screw on together kind of like a pipe, and they have that industrial look to them. So I could just use it as one instead of being a joint of 2, but I really don't know what piece attaches to the wall because none of these could. I have some bags of some other doohickeys and parts and knobs and gosh knows what. I just don't even know what I'm looking for. I found the Amazon order. I'm glad I remembered it was from Amazon, so I know what it looks like. But the problem is, that's what it looks like. And you see that round piece that it definitely attaches to the wall and attaches to the pieces I have is not in any of the said bags here, which means it's in one of the other 5 gazillion bags of random parts. And I figure where that is to actually be able to put this up onto the wall. It is funny though, it is now advertised as a 3-piece industrial pipe coat hook heavy doodle towel holder. I did not say that right. One of those words was definitely messed up. But either way, they advertise it to hold towels and they show it with like a loofah on it. I don't think that's what it was advertised for when I bought it, but maybe they're trying to reach more clientele.
Flashback.
Here's what it looks like now. I have my phone set up for filming, but this is where the headboard would go above my bed. So you can see the layout is much different. Like I have the living room set up here, then my bedroom, then my office over here. But previously it used to be office over here, then it was like my bed area, then it was like a couch area that was kind of separated off. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna like a black strip right there in comparison to where it was before. But there is no going back because once I paint it black, I am not likely gonna have the effort to paint it back to whatever color it is right now, which is not exactly white. Play a little Tetris and figure out where the heck these go. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to look up some reference photos because I'm not exactly sure where these pieces go. But I think it's something similar to this.
Hello to my loneliness. I guess take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Stand up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew. That we're all screwed.
No going back now. Time to peel off the painter's tape. The next thing to do is to hang up my lip artwork that used to be above my bed. I've gotten so many compliments and comments on this art. I love it. I got it at a thrift store. It needs to go back in its home. Because if you didn't know, I created this whole entire headboard for that piece of art because it's too small to go really above my bed without looking weird. So I built this whole entire background to make it look like it was the proper size for the artwork. If that makes any sense at all. So time to get that bad boy up. Not sure if I'm gonna do that right now because I don't know if I want to take out a level.
End of flashback.
It is time that we transform this space even more. I already put up artwork. I already did this black wall that used to be my apartment before renovations. I just feel like something is missing in these spaces right here. I used to have, what do you call it, wall sconces on the wall, but I kind of like some of the lamps I've gotten recently, so I don't want to put them back, but I do want something here. And I got these two mirrors from the trash. And I figured we would put them up and see how they look. TBD. I also don't exactly have the right materials, so we'll see how this goes. I need to clean them off first. I'm also not fully sure how I'm gonna hang them up. They're kind of old and heavier, so that makes it a bit more difficult than modern mirrors that are a bit lighter, the cheaper ones anyway. That's heavy. I want to put them on each side on my nightstand, hanging up here and hanging up there. And I'm doing it as one singular person. Not that I know if someone else here would help me at all. Only if they were actually skilled in hanging stuff up. Or else having people here kind of sometimes makes it inconvenient. Or you just need them for like 3 seconds. Like, hold it there and I want to see if this is where I want it and then please leave. But either way, that point aside, not to be mean, but that point aside, I figure out how I'm going to hang those up, how I'm going to get them centered and at the height that I think it is going to look good. Also, is it even going to look good? Because I can't really tell because someone has to hold the mirror for me to tell what it looks like. So we're just probably gonna go for it. But I did just finish my laundry, so I'm thinking make the bed first so it can look aesthetic and I can know what it's gonna look like with the mirrors when my bed is actually made, not just sprawled out so it wouldn't get wrinkly. Hello, Mama, you're just so cute. Oh, I'm sorry, am I disturbing your nap? Oh, look at that belly. Look at that belly, it's just so... Hey, don't nibbles. You guys are gonna have to be my set of eyeballs and tell me if this looks good. And I'm gonna have to watch it back and see if I like it. Let's somewhat place the mirrors and see if they'll work in the corners. How about here? Or higher? Here. Now let's look back at the footage. Guess what? I actually don't have to go to Home Depot. I found my mounting tape to be able to hang up those mirrors. I thought I was gonna have to go because there's no other way to realistically hang it up, but I found her. I didn't find the one I exactly wanted. I wanted my larger Velcro tape that holds like, I think 75 to 80 pounds or something, but the mirrors aren't that heavy. This one does 15 pounds. I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough clearance to be able to cover both those mirrors enough to hold them up, because I feel like it never holds the 15 pounds that it talks about, and those mirrors are kind of heavy. But let's see, I have to figure out exactly where I want to put them. Last time we kind of got an idea of how tall and how wide, and now I just need to actually measure this side to make sure it is even between there, and then we'll do the second one. She's up, but I'm not sure if she's gonna hold. TBD on that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to Home Depot. Did not feel secure, started slipping. I caught it, thank goodness it didn't break because I only have 2 of them. So I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot and get the heavier duty mounting tape, though I still question if the mounting tape's gonna work on these textured walls, and with that heavy mirror, I have a feeling I might have to switch over to doing a like frame that I actually screw into the wall and it just sits behind it. I'm hoping I can get away with mounting tape though. I think the bar counter turned out pretty good. I still have one little section to work on, and that's the fact that I caulked the edges, but it didn't seep through deep enough. So there is little air pockets that I gotta fill in. But overall, I think it looks really good. Yes, I could have used thinner wood pieces, but again, I wanted to use the pieces I already had, not spend any more money. And overall, I like having this counter right here, and I'm thinking in that space down below, if I don't want to spend extra money on a cabinet, which I would prefer because it closes off and you don't see the stuff, but if I don't want to spend the money, I do have another set of these shelves. Obviously, this is not the halfway mark. I would have to cut the rod shorter, but I have 2 more sets of shelves. Ooh, actually, I might only have 1. Crap. I can't remember if all 3 of these are from my original set, or if I only had 2 and I took 1 from the other set, because the other set I think only had 2 shelves. I can't remember, I'll have to look, but either way I could put those shelves in that space down below there. Right now I just have some art, because again I told you I didn't have enough room to put stuff, so those pieces right there are going to be in my room at some point. They're just kind of there for decoration right now, and then behind here is the pile of all the other crap that was stored in the bar area. Again, I really need to work on some more projects. It's hard because I just love so many projects. It's hard to get everything done. And this is not exactly project related, but here is a plant that I found in the trash. It looks super fake when you get up close, but honestly, far away, she looked pretty decent. So I'm happy for the free plant. And then as for the rest of the living room, I didn't do anything different. She's just fake plants. Oh, I did hang that up. I can't remember if that's in this video. I hung a clock up, and then this plant is from my bedroom. I got this pot from Dollar Tree, so it's like a larger pot. I want to put some moss on top of here, and then I want to plaster and paint it to look like a lime washy, like concrete-y cement look, and that will be another time. For now, the only thing that actually got done is the counter. Hey, progress is progress. I am currently editing this vlog, so it's definitely not gonna happen in this video, but give me your opinions on where you think little grass elements or brick elements should go, because I used to have like a big brick wall in my bedroom. I used to have that giant greenery wall, but I'm not gonna put them back because it looks a little bit dark, and I don't want to paint them white because I'm not a big fan of that look. But either way, that point aside, I want to add little touches. So let me know where you think grass elements would look good. I'm almost thinking putting a grass wall starting here and over. Maybe the ceiling might be a fun one, or maybe the space between this shelf and the bar counter and have like a little grass patch right here. Or I don't know, maybe this whole little block right here, or not block, this post, or whatever I want to call it, this little wall right here. Maybe do a brick wall or a grass wall. I could do something underneath the counter right there. These stools I don't plan on keeping. They were actually from the trash, and neighbor got rid of them. I think I'm gonna sell them at some point and replace them with bar stools that make more sense for the space. They're a little too big right there, but either way I could do grass there. It used to be painted black actually. I might paint it back black, maybe do brick there, maybe do grass there. What do you think? Which spots? Or this whole wall? I don't know. Like, give me some ideas on where you think it would look good. I think the ceiling would be fun though. TBD, let me know. And maybe in part 2 of doing projects, we will add some grass elements. I think I'm gonna use a majority of it out on the balcony possibly, but honestly, I don't even think I need that much on the balcony, and I had a huge wall of it, so I should have a decent amount to do spots in different areas, maybe even in my bedroom too. So again, let me know your ideas. I'm gonna stop blabbering and getting back to editing so this video can actually go up. So we're gonna ignore all that. But in this corner right here in the next video, ideally I want to take off that towel rod I told you about and put these hooks I got from Dollar Tree, I'll show them to you in a second, and possibly take away those towel holders and put just shelves right there. But that would break the rules for this video because it would definitely require me to go to Home Depot and buy stuff to be able to do shelves right there, but I think it would look a lot better than just having that. Not sure about what's gonna happen here, but again, work in progress. These are the hooks right here. I found them at Dollar Tree. I almost did them in this video because it's almost like following no budget because they were only $1.25. I think they look really good and will work very well for being towel holders. I got 2 of them, one for me and one for hopefully someday I'll share my bathroom with someone. But for now, I only need 1 technically. But we will put those up next time, work on the mirror, do a bunch of stuff. Now I will admit, I didn't get as much done in this video as I originally intended to, but life got super busy. And you know what's also crazy editing this video? I noticed in the beginning of the video when I came back from the trip, like I wasn't feeling that well, my skin wasn't doing that well. I realized my face was so swollen. Like I look so much less swollen now than I did before, and I just rolled out of bed. And I'm wearing my glasses and headphones on my head, and I look so much better than I did at the beginning of this video. But that point aside, I do plan on doing part 2. I have so many projects to come, and if you are interested, I will link down below my tour video which shows what it used to look like and then what it looked like empty after I pulled down all my projects. It's kind of crazy to see it. I can't believe I shared that on the internet, but either way, I will link that video down below, and I hope you have a great rest of your morning, evening, night, whatever it is for you. I'll see you Wednesday.